Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? So right now I'm gonna get started on a set of nails on my little mannequin hen, and I did want to show you guys a quick little tip, just in case you guys are new and don't know about this. Some of your clients do have a C-curve natural nail. I don't know if you could tell. And this one is more C-curve. So if you ever try to put flat nails with no curve, you'll run into a problem where the tip doesn't fit all the way. And you keep getting a larger tip, and the shape gets wider. So in order to avoid the shape becoming more flared because you're putting a bigger tip, I recommend that you use C-curve tips. Or if you don't have any, you could always kind of pinch the tip so that it curves like the natural nail and it fits all the way from sidewall to sidewall. I just wanted to share that because when I started doing nails, I wasn't sure how to fix that, and I would go and file my client's sidewall, which is not good, so don't do that. That is where the C-curve tips come in handy. So if you don't have C-curve tips, I recommend that you get some, because I mean, you could do this to the nail tip, but it wouldn't pass for a clear nail anymore because the little line. So just wanted to share that, just in case you had the same issue. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start gluing. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. You don't want to put too much because too much glue, if you put too much glue, it will not dry fast. And depending on the temperature outside, hold on, depending on the temperature outside, it can play a role on how fast your glue dries. So right here is a perfect example to show how a nail does not fit. This one is too small, so we're going to go to the next size. And these are the 2XL square, no C-curve, but I am going to kind of pinch them a little bit, bend them, so that they fit a little bit better to these nail tips, because they are a little curved. So my little client today has a little C-curve on the natural nail, and I don't have any C-curve tips available here in my nail room right now. So that is why I'm just slightly bending these to give them a little curve, and they will still be flat at the tip. So I know a lot of customers don't like to have the curve, so you give the little curve here to fit the client, but not at the tip. So let's see now the ring finger. So right here you can see that the natural nail is really slim, and right here the tip would be wider, and I don't know if you can see from there, but if I turn it, you can't see it. From here, you could see that the nail, the sidewalls, would have no tip. So it's really important that if you have C-curve natural nails, to work with C-curve tips so that that does not happen. It fits better, like if it's snug. You can always pinch them, like I said, but actually I think I was recording another video when I said that. So you can always pinch the nail, but it won't stay completely clear. So that's where the C-curve tips come in handy. If you only have one style of tips, I recommend that you get a variety, because every client is different and you can never have enough nail tips. I'm using the Zule nail glue in a tube. This glue works with all of our nail tips because I've gotten some comments before or like messages that I don't know what glue it is, but some people have a little trouble gluing on the tips. They are a little bit thicker, so this plastic does dry a little bit slower with some glues. But this glue dries pretty fast. Just don't add too much like I did right now because then it's gonna take longer. So right here you could see that this one is taking longer than the other ones that I just glued. Oh damn, I got stuck. So that's another reason why your glue takes a long time to dry when you put too much glue. So don't do what I just did. Just put a little drop like the other nails and that's it. Alright, so this is what the nails are looking like. This is the 2X square no C curve. So today I'm gonna be using my smooth set monomer. And for any of you guys who have been waiting for the Lotus dish to restock, it has already been restocked last week. So grab yours while they're hot, girlfriends. We have two styles of dampened dishes. This is the newest one, which is the most popular. So cute. So for this now, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little Frenchie. I'm using the Cover Dusty Rose, and I'm also gonna be using peppermint from our holiday collection. Excuse me. At the moment, I'm using the unicorn brush number 12, I believe. Normally, I just grab whatever's in my face, and that's the brush I use. So this color does dry a little bit faster. The Cover Dusty Rose. So it's my little BFF right now in the cold temperatures. So if you see me moving a little fast, it's because, bitch, this shit dries faster. I did speed up the video just a little bit because you guys already know Zulay is slow. And the video is going to be like a whole hour. Y como que mi internet no está tan bueno. And so it's never going to fucking load. Like upload. I ended up doing the whole ring finger nude. And this is where I'm going to be putting my little Sancho Claus. Girl. My Santa Claus came out so cute. I mean, I thought he was cute, but some people on Instagram didn't really like him. It ain't as easy as it looks to do like figures or whatever, pero pues I try. I did one a few years ago and it came out in my memory, so I was like, oh my god, let me do one again. I feel like they both were funny looking, pero pues the more you do it, the better it gets, the easier it gets. I'm using the 2XL square no C curve tips for my set today because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a little Santa Claus. I need a little bit of space, and I had already had in mind that I was gonna do two French nails, which is going to be the pinky nail and the index finger. I'm sorry, I just woke up a few minutes ago. I'm doing my makeup again. I think this is the only time I get to do my little voiceovers, pero pinche hueva maldita. No me deja, chingao. So right here, I'm doing a little French. And they do not have to be super perfect. You just try to make them as perfect as possible because then you can always go in there and file them to perfect them a little bit more, which I'm going to be showing you how I did that too, porque I mean, mine don't come out perfect, trust me. Especially when your product dries a little bit faster, I feel like it's kind of harder to get a perfect French or a perfect whatever because you're like racing the acrylic so it doesn't dry. So it's a good thing and a bad thing for it to dry fast because then you're like, damn it, I didn't have time to mold it or whatever. Let me know in the comments what kind of product you prefer working with, fast drying or slower drying. I like both. In the wintertime, I like faster drying, but then not when I'm doing Frenchies. So right here, I'm going to be using a red color. This color is number 52. We will be restocking this hopefully this week because, you know, everything is about Christmas now. And this color does dry a lot slower, so I do like to give it time to start setting before I start like patting it. And you want to make sure to have a nice wet brush, because not like hella wet where your acrylic is going to be running everywhere, but just enough so that your acrylic does not stick to your brush. Because I get a lot of questions on how do I clean my brush, or what do I do so that it doesn't get stuck to my brush, like when I'm live. And so if your brush is too dry, the acrylic is more likely to stick to your brush. So right here, I'm just giving it some time. That's why I keep wiping my brush, and I'm like, all right, let me tap it and see if it's ready. So I'm trying to focus on my cuticle area first, because the acrylic doesn't run. It just like stays there and waits for me to move it around, but it's not like fully dry. So it gives you time to work with it. And then once I'm done with the cuticle, the rest of the acrylic is kind of ready to start molding or lightly brush. Because if you try to do this since the beginning, it will come all the way to the tip. So if you want a full coverage nail, then wait for it to kind of start setting. And depending on the brand that you're using, they all work different. This powder is a dip powder, and you could use it like for acrylic, so that's why it takes a little bit longer to dry. And right here, I'm using my hand file to file the little Frenchies. And I did notice that I kind of put more acrylic on the right side. So I was like, bitch, I can't file this shit with the hand file. So I'm going to be using my sanding band to kind of remove the excess, because I couldn't do it with my hand file. So here's a little trick, girlfriends. If you ever do this, you can fix it easy with a hand file. Just don't do it too fast, because then you'll shave off the whole thing. So this is the famous little peppermint acrylic. It's new on the website. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my God, I love it. I was like, you know what? That's going to be the first holiday acrylic that I'm going to use, because it's one of my favorites. And it matched perfectly with my little Santa, in my opinion. I mean, my little Santa did come out a little brighter, but he still looks poppin'. And I was gonna do a ombre at first, but then I remembered that my nail tip, I had made that little line when I bent the nail. So I was like, okay, I can't do that then. But that's a good option if you want to do like a little French tip ombre. That way your color is more like not full coverage. So that looks pretty cute. But then I'm like, nah, girl, you gotta do the whole tip. So I'm gonna go in there and finish the little tip, and you'll see the difference. Don't forget to subscribe to my little channel, girlfriends, boyfriends. Leave me a little thumbs up and a little comment. What other kind of designs you would like to see as far as like color-wise for the holidays? Because when I think of the holidays, I literally think like green, red, white, but I don't know. Maybe we could switch it up a little. I do want to incorporate some snowflake designs and some sweater nails, but I don't know. Help me pick some colors. If not, I'm going to end up with a full feed of red nails and maybe pink. I'm going to be getting ready to do my nails soon, but a ver qué. So I had already encapsulated all the nails and filed them. And I'm going to proceed with my little Santa Claus. And I'm using the new 3D sculpting gels that I will be releasing hopefully today. I have been waiting for a while to release these, because I feel like these will be more useful, or I don't know, if you struggle with 3D and stuff, because it dries too fast. I feel like this is a good alternative. Like whenever I would make 3D figures or anything like that, I feel like I would be extra stressed the fuck out, because that shit will dry hella fast. So pretty much what this is a thicker gel, and I used a little bit of alcohol to kind of help spread it out, because if you don't use alcohol, it will get sticky. And right now I'm using a little tool, which will also be on the website, because it is, sorry, I had to take a little breather over here. It is for the sculpting gels. I believe I have like 20 something colors, so I'm gonna have to definitely bundle them up for a better savings, you know. And pretty much I like to use it kind of like Play-Doh. I'm gonna be doing Santa's nose. Y como que me pasó de verga. I made it a little too big, but fuck it. He got a big ass nose. And I already cured the little beard. With the little silicone tool, I did do like little textures so that it kind of looked like hair. So it's not that hard. You just have to play around with it. The only thing that does get on my nerves sometimes is when I'm recording, that shit does not want to stay on the nail. Like, the fuck? Can you like relax, you little gel? Like, when I'm not recording, it's good. But then when I decide to start recording, it starts to act up. Like, y'all making me fucking look like a dumbass over here. Like, I don't know how to do this. So if you guys are not very good at 3D and you guys want to practice without having to rush your work, I highly recommend to try these 3D sculpting gels, because they are, I pretty much think it's pretty fun. You get to be a little creative. Just make sure to fully cure it, because it is thicker. So depending on how thick you're going, you need to make sure to cure it all the way, because then it's not gonna dry. So for the little eyes, I was like, I'm gonna do a little dot of black. So I used my little dotting tool, the thinnest little point, to pick up the little bead and then roll it in my little fingers and put it on the little face. I just thought that that was easier to use this to get it off my fingers, because with the nails it's kind of hard. And then I'm using my little gel brush. I do have a little pump of alcohol to my left hand side, so you won't be able to see me like touching the bristle with the alcohol, but I am using alcohol to help spread it out. And so right here I had already wet my brush. That's why you can see it, that it's easier for me to like press down the gel and to remove any little streaks that you might create, because depending on the tool, you will leave like little streaks. You can use a wet brush. So right here, you're going to see me use multiple tools, because I was trying to thin it down around the cuticle, but not too flat where it's like a little pancake. And right here, Santa looks like he has a little Costco haircut. I thought it was funny. So I patted it down, and right here I'm using my gel brush to lightly remove those textured lines that I made with the other tool, because Santa's hat is not textured. It's nice and soft. And then right now it looks a little funny, but girl, don't worry. We're about to add some little cotton to the hat, and it's going to look so cute. Just make sure to cure in between fully, because as you keep layering the gel, the light will no longer hit whatever's underneath. And if the light does not hit it, it's not going to dry. So FYI, with gel, you have to fully cure. And these little lights are, I forgot what I called it, but pretty much it cures gel polish in 10 seconds. Okay. So it's really strong. They are available on my website. So if you ever struggle with gel polish, you know, when you're like doing nail art and you don't want to wait a whole minute for it to dry, those do come in handy. I hate doing gel polish because of that. So now that we do have that available, it's going to be my little BFF. So right here, I'm just using the fat side of the dotting tool to get like little random cotton, so it could give that little effect. And I'm going to be doing the little, what is it called? The little dangly part of the hat. And I'm going to be adding a little cotton ball. So my favorite tools to use for this is the dotting tool. Oh my lord. I need to go get me a fucking coffee already. the little dotting tool because it helps me pick up smaller amounts, not like too crazy. And then I like to use the 3D brush to smoothen it out. And I did speed this up because, bitch, this fucking Santa took me 20 minutes. 20 minutes to do, okay? So, if a customer asks for this, no, hombre, me voy a morir a la verga. Like, sorry, it's gonna be $50 of Santa Claus because that should be taking forever. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about my little Santa Claus. He came out pretty cute in my opinion. Obviously, he looks cartoony because I'm not very good at making realistic things. I'm more into like flowers and bling, but I'm gonna try different things because you don't know what your clients are gonna ask for one day. So then I decided that he needed a little mouth, and I'm just gonna use, excuse me, just regular gel polish to make the little mouth. And now I'm gonna be doing Santa's belt or his little coat or whatever. And I'm just using regular gel polish number 21 and our striping pen, our brush. Bitch, I'm not even this good at doing lines, okay? This brush is magical because before, no mames, I couldn't do a fucking line, but now look at me all fucking professional. Like, girl, yes, honey. And so I started off trying to do the stripe in the center. And then I normally am not very good at doing them super straight. So it's perfect because I had to thicken it out. So I was like, all right, meanwhile, I get the nice thickness. I'll start fixing my little line. And of course, before I did the black, I did cure this fully in the lamp. And then I'm using number 20 gel polish to make the black part of the belt. And again, I gradually increase the thickness because I was like, how thick do I want his belt? And I did Google Santa's belt or whatever to get an idea because I had done this before, but because my nail's so freaking big, I was like, this is too skinny. So I just flipped my finger around to get a different angle because I feel like I do my lines crooked. I don't know if it's a lefty thing or what, but I have a better view upside down. And then for the little buckle part, I'm going to be using the light gold gel paint. And again, you want to fully cure in the lamp before you do another color. Otherwise, it's going to blend together and you're going to have a hot mess. Okay. So I thought this came out super, super cute. I didn't get to record the little buttons, but once I put the top coat and everything, I did decide to put some little bling buttons. And you guys already know we use the labeling adhesive and some little size 5 crystals, and that was it. So I'm gonna leave you guys with the rest of the little video. It's almost over, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my little channel, leave me a little thumbs up, and leave me a comment on what colors I should start doing for the holidays. Bye.